The Interwebs series, created in 2012, sees popular websites like YouTube, Facebook, Google, Instagram, Tumblr, etc. turned into personified, quirky, gay, and melodramatic teenagers and/or young adults who interact with each other as friends, partners, lovers, and enemies. Created by artist and animator Jamie Green, otherwise known as LovePie1997, I think the one-shot webcomic perfectly captures what being a teenager online in the early 2010s was like. It's corny, cliched, and maybe a bit cringe, but I think at the end of the day, once we've gone through most of the comics, you'll see that it's actually a really endearing project, and shows us a moment in time that I don't think we're ever going to get back to with our relationship to social media. Let's be honest here, social media reached its peak in the 2010s, and has been slowly getting worse and worse every year. Back when things were brand new and fun, you could really feel the community-driven authenticity of writing, drawing, creating, commenting, and sharing on various platforms. Obviously, it was far from perfect, and you could do most of what I mentioned now, but the problems back then have either gotten exponentially worse, or there's new problems that make the whole experience miserable. Mass surveillance, censorship, bots and scammers, artificial intelligence, engagement farming, data breaches and privacy violations, ID verification, addiction, hate speech, bullying, algorithms, it's a fucking shit show. Before I do something I'll regret, what I'm trying to say is that the general users of social media back then were much more naive and optimistic when it came to how they viewed the concept and these companies as a whole. It really was a different time, and around said time, many artists thought it would be a fun idea to personify different platforms into characters that either represent what the site's known for, or the reputation of their user base. Now this is not a new concept whatsoever, especially on the internet with stuff like country balls and the much more controversial country humans. But I really don't want to get into that topic right now, or Italia for that matter, so let's stick to social media platforms. On screen are some examples. And the rise of social media at this time would inspire young Jamie to start posting their artwork on various platforms. Jamie started out their career where many other artists and animators would begin as well, on Flipnote Studio using Nintendo DSi. With the earliest archive I can find for their work being from September 9th, 2009. Assuming they were born sometime in 1997, they would probably be around 12 years old when they made this. And honestly, this is really impressive. For an animation made by someone that young, I'm really blown away. More animations would continue until April 9th, 2011, being around 13 or 14 now, where they would explain they'd be grounded for a week and not have Wi-Fi and a 1-week vacation after. Unfortunately, it seems like they never came back to posting flip notes after this, and it would take a few months for them to return to the internet, now on Tumblr, at least according to the earliest archives I could find. Let me tell you right now, if you described what a teenager's Tumblr page would look like in 2012, this is exactly what you'd be picturing in your mind. Also in 2012 was an early prototype of what would become of the series. Starting off as a sketch, we can see early versions of Blogger, Tumblr, MySpace, 4chan, YouTube, Deviant Art, Twitter, Facebook, Google, Bing, and Yahoo. When this was posted, it got really popular with their friends who wanted more. And so Jamie gave them more, not only by updating the cast of characters to be fully complete, but also adding 7 more characters to the aforementioned comic series. And it would officially be July 29th, 2012, in which the Interwebs series would get its own official blog and be the home of every comic henceforth. So I think it'd be a fun idea to analyze the traits and personalities of these characters visually, without actually having read the comic yet at this point in the video. And after, we're going to take a look at the actual comics to see how close I was, and do a deep dive into the lore that was set up. I'm recording this at 4 in the morning, but make sure to comment, subscribe, and like, thank you. YouTube is a skater boy with a camcorder. He's young, desperate for fame, and wears casual hoodies and beanies. He's always looking to go viral, and thinks of himself as the main character, hoping he can make it to the mainstream in Hollywood. This reflects how YouTube back then was all about viral videos and broadcasting yourself authentically. Google is the studious and refined older member of the crew. He wears glasses and knows many things about everything. Sharply dressed with a white-collared shirt and dress shoes, he serves as the logical straight man. He works at the local library and is very good at his job. This reflects how Google was the greatest search engine of all time, and could retrieve just about anything with one search. Bing is the annoying little cousin of Google. He tries his best to be like him, but nobody takes him seriously. Him having a short stature and nerdier looking glasses not helping in his goal to gain the respect of literally anyone around him. He's also working at the library, but is delegated to the abandoned storage space that nobody uses. This reflects how Microsoft desperately pushed its Google competitor Bing to the masses, completely unwanted and seen as a joke. Fanfiction.net is slightly younger than everyone else, still in high school. She likes to cozy up near the fireplace with her pencil and notepad on a cold winter evening, writing the dirtiest smut and fanfic you can think of. She loves literature and wants to be an English teacher when she grows up. This reflects how Fanfiction.net users tend to be teenagers who spend their free time writing smut instead of doing their homework. DeviantArt attends the local community college majoring in visual arts. She always carries around her sketchpad with a green beret and shaven colored hair. She's into alternative subcultures and likes to get very creative with everything in her life. One day she hopes to be a rich and famous artist whose name will be remembered for centuries. This reflects how DeviantArt was the central hub for all things art and was the home for many artists. Facebook is very obsessed with selfies and her looks. She's an attractive blonde with skimpy clothing and cares very deeply about her presence online and how many friends she has. While a bit narcissistic and vain, she generally means well when interacting with the others. She works in HR at a mid-sized office building downtown and gossips about her coworkers. This reflects how Facebook was for normal people who took a lot of photos and showcased their entire life for their family and friends to see. Pinterest is a stay-at-home mom who loves to cook and bake for the others. She constantly tries out new recipes and is inspired by the world around her when making new dishes. She sports a simple red t-shirt with a white apron and red flower in her hair. Truly one of the kindest members of the crew. This reflects how Pinterest's user base was very popular with moms and hobbyists who wanted new recipe ideas or collages for inspirational arts and crafts. Yahoo is the counterpart and also semi-romantic partner of Google, a counterpartner if you will. She's well educated and wears a purple top with a white button-up underneath. Classy and sophisticated, Yahoo has a will-they won't-they relationship with Google. Both very flirty but too busy or unconfident to really take things a step further. She works alongside him at the library. This reflects how Yahoo and Google were once the top search engines, but both refused to be acquired or merged together. Steam is a massive slacker. He stays up until 3 in the morning playing video games in his boxers, not getting enough sleep in the process. He hasn't shaved in a while and generally is a lot more laid back and chill compared to the other members of the crew. He's currently unemployed and mooches off his very affluent parents. This reflects how Steam was and still is the largest video game distributor and home to millions of titles, with its user base being exclusively gamers. 4chan is an asshole. This reflects how 4chan is an asshole. Okay, but for real. 4chan masks his true identity and is generally just unpleasant to be around. He's rude, standoffish, gets into fights, and very edgy with his humor. He's fully green with no hair, eyes, ears, or a mouth, only sporting a black suit and red tie. Nobody knows what he does for work, or really anything else about him. He especially hates Tumblr. This reflects how 4chan is an anonymous message board that houses a very colorful user base, not generally well liked by other people on the internet. Tumblr's a massive geek who's into pop culture and hopping on the latest trends like skinny jeans and Converse All-Stars. She's close friends with DeviantArt, Fanfiction.net, and Twitter, sporting an indigo hair color and even a Tumblr hair clip. She also wears a blue scarf because she adores Harry Potter. She's quirky, bubbly, a little cringe sometimes, but she's definitely the heart of the crew. She works as a barista in the local coffee shop. This reflects how Tumblr's user base was mostly geek/nerd culture obsessed creative types that love drawing and shipping. She hates 4chan most out of anybody. Instagram is a shy artsy photographer that also goes to community college like DeviantArt. He thinks he's very deep and brooding when he posts a 6 out of 10 nature shot with a black and white filter over it. He has the same quirks as Tumblr, but a little less pronounced and out there compared to her. He wears a button-up white shirt with red suspenders and a bow tie, carrying a satchel to school instead of a book bag, dressed like a professor even though he isn't one. This reflects how Instagram used to be for sharing professional-looking photos with old-school filters to make it feel like you were a real photographer. Pandora is the music lover who's just here to have a good time. He goes to the local community college to hopefully one day become a famous musician. He wears a beanie with headphones and a hoodie that sports the Pandora logo on it. Like Steam, he's very laid back and spends most of his time writing, composing, or playing music. He's also close friends with DeviantArt and Instagram on campus. This reflects how Pandora was used to stream music and, next to Spotify, was one of the top music streaming platforms back in the day. A blogger is in the same classes as Fanfiction.net. He's your stereotypical nerd who loves to write about himself and his interests. He wears an orange sweater vest with a white button-up, with messy orange hair and thick-rimmed glasses. He's much more insecure and unconfident compared to the others, struggling socially, but he does his best to be kind. This reflects how other social media made bloggers slowly fade away from the public eye around the mid-2010s. Twitter is a trendsetter and is constantly up to date with everything going on in the world. She wears a sleeveless light blue denim vest with a white t-shirt that has a hashtag on it, sporting a light blue colored miniskirt and hair color with a real actual bluebird nesting in there. Twitter and Facebook are somewhat similar, however Twitter is less narcissistic and vain compared to her. She shares more personality with Tumblr than anything. This represents how Twitter was used as a public message board to talk about news, sports, trends, daily activities, etc., etc. Wikipedia is the know-it-all rival to Google who has to begrudgingly work with them. Google also feels the same way. He has white hair, a light blue button-up shirt and black tie, with a white sweater vest proudly displaying the Wikipedia logo on it, and also suspenders that he doesn't wear. He's snarky, egotistical, and thinks he's better than everyone because he's the most intelligent. But while he may be intelligent, he's not wise, as he's very gullible and not a huge social person, focusing only on academia. This reflects how Wikipedia is known for vast amounts of information and articles on every topic you can think of, but can sometimes be inaccurate from edits people make. Cleverbot is a robot that uses artificial intelligence to communicate with everybody. She's completely metal with a white bob and white dress with pink accents. While seeming like a harmless innocent gimmick at first, she has big plans to take over. This reflects how Cleverbot is an AI that chooses context-appropriate responses to mimic human conversations, learning as time goes on. MySpace was the founder of the group. He's the oldest out of everyone and raised them with the blueprint of modern-day social media. He's a ghost that wears headphones and a blue shirt with his logo on it. He's the first to do many things and is seen as a mentor/father figure to everyone else. MySpace, however, fell into some hard times, and while he may have been the founder, he didn't have enough to offer personality-wise to mesh well with everyone else when they grew up, who were all doing better compared to him. Sadly, by the early 2010s, Facebook and her never-ending quest to become the most popular ended up surpassing and quietly removing MySpace from the group, and unfortunately, everybody went along with it. While he's not actually dead, he's still pretty pissed about how they treated him, and has ghosted everybody who tried to reach out. This reflects how MySpace was one of the first popular social medias that slowly got surpassed by everybody else, left behind and forgotten because it didn't offer features that people wanted. And those are my guesses based solely on looks for what I think the characters would be like, so let's take a look at the comics and see how well I did. Okay, first things first, let's address the elephant in the room. What the hell is going on between these two?
Taylor Lautner.
Don't tell Blogger how you feel.
Why shouldn't I?
He doesn't like you. If you keep trying for him, you'll get hurt. Just give it up, Deviant Art.
I don't care. I love him too much to give up hope.
Stupid choice, art freak.
Oh, YouTube.
I made a huge, selfish mistake, dude.
Well, what was the mistake?
I can't tell you, Blogger.
What? Oh, we're best bros, Tube. Tell me what happened, please. Cheer up.
I should tell Blogger. He's my best friend. He'll understand. Not yet. Blogger, I kissed DeviantArt to distract her from the website she loves. Because we're in love with the same website, and they have no idea whatsoever.
Dear blogger, I'm writing to you today because I've had some feelings for you for quite some time, but it seems you haven't noticed. I've admired you from afar for months, and I had to tell you now. It's just been building up inside, and no matter what happens or how you might feel about me, I love you, blogger.
I kissed DeviantArt to distract her from the website she loves. Because we're in love with the same website, and they have no idea whatsoever.
I should have known.
Cass, stop kissing Dean. Kiss me next. This better be damn important, YouTube.
It is. I don't need your sass now either, babe.
Whatever. What's going on?
Okay, I sort of really like someone, and it's critical they don't find out. But a while ago, I found a note in the trash from the other website that has feelings for them. And this website I like knows that I like the same website. So basically, they know I like them via the note.
Slow down. You're not making any sense. This website, that website. Can you just tell me their names?
No,
Why not?
I just can't. Not yet.
All right, then hang on for a few minutes. I'm calling Fanfiction. She'll know how to handle this.
Not finishing? How can you even write a fic like this and not finish? Oh. Tumblr. Just read some upsetting, unfinished fic that someone wrote. I need to vent.
Can't, girly. Something huge is happening.
Whoa! Okay, this sounds serious. What's going on?
It's our bro TP.
A bro TP? You mean Blogger and YouTube?
Yeah,
What about them?
it's about to become more than just a bro TP.
Wait, like a serious canon OTP? No way! This is the best day of my life! I must write about this!
Perfect. Glad you said that. Say, fanfic, how good are you at writing scenarios and scripts?
Pretty good.
Great.
I need your help, fanfiction.
Wait, this was a three-way call? Has he been here the whole time? Hello?
I'm prepared to do anything to help YouTube.
I haven't even told you the issue yet.
Hold on, I'm getting another call. Shit, it's Blogger. Be completely quiet, YouTube. I'm putting it on a three-way call. Hello?
Fanfiction. Oh gosh, I'm so glad you picked up. I really need to talk to you.
Oh, alright, but I can't talk for long.
That's okay. I'll keep it short. But it's crazy. You literally wouldn't believe this. YouTube's in love with me.
What? No. How do you know?
A while ago, he told me that him and Deviant Art love the same website. Not a week later, DA sent me a letter confessing her love to me. What do I do?
Gosh, Blogger, that's some advice too deep for the phone. Stop at my house tonight. Just meet me in the gazebo in my garden, that place I always go to write.
Okay, I'll see you then, I guess.
Okay, got all that, Tube?
Sure did.
Guess where you'll be tonight?
Your place, at the gazebo?
See you at 7. Perfect. Another day, another OTP. Ready when you are, YouTube.
Okay. Thank you for everything, fanfiction. Damn, I hope this turns out okay.
Me too. Good luck.
This is it. I've got to just do it. This has to happen. Oh. Hey, man. Sorry to interrupt your night with fanfiction.
I don't...
I thought we could talk instead, if you don't mind. Please,
Okay. What is happening?
take a seat.
Is he planning on coming out to me? I can't handle this.
Okay, man. I'm just gonna start by saying I hope our friendship survives this. I'm really taking a leap of faith here. But it's something that I just need to say. The pain of keeping it in basically overrides my fear of admitting it to you. You know that note Deviant Art sent you confessing her feelings for you?
Oh god.
I found it. Ergo, I know you now have knowledge of my secret. I love the same website as Deviant Art, and she loves you, man.
I don't know what to say. What's going on? I can't do this.
I know this is a lot to handle, and I know you didn't see this coming.
Please stop.
Heck, you probably had never even had the thought.
I'm not ready.
But I needed to talk about this with you tonight for the sake of our friendship.
Am I ready? He's my friend, my bro, and he loves me? I'm not gay, I'm not bi. Am I? I don't know anymore. This is too much. I don't want to hurt my best friend.
What I'm trying to say is that, Blogger, I
can't handle this.
Have you done the thing?
Yes, Sister Tumblr. The deed is done. YouTube is talking to Blogger as we speak.
Good.
Well done.
Welcome to the Ship Sisters.
I know I said I have business questions for you, and I really appreciate you taking the time to come see me, but I actually need some advice. About romance?
Oh, have a seat, Blogger. I'll go make us some coffee. I'd be happy to help. Go right ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Google. I'm afraid I'm at fault of ruining a very precious friendship.
How so?
The friend confessed they had feelings for me. They really put themselves out there. When they did it, I froze up. I didn't give them a response. I just hugged them.
What's wrong with that?
A lot, because though I didn't say or feel anything then, I think now...
That you've changed your mind?
No, yes, Is that even allowed in love? I've got to tell them, right? I'm still friends with them, and I panicked and moved out, so I've been living with fanfic.
Moved out? Holy shit, it's YouTube. YouTube blogger.
And my allergies are clear now that I'm away from the cats. And half the time, it's just plain awkward.
As in the 2 websites I own. Romance can ruin business. Larry, Sergey, I pray to you. Help me.
Mr. Google?
Don't burn yourself, stupid.
You say that as if I never work with fire.
Wow, YouTube is an incredibly selfish dick. A lot more than I was thinking. So his grand plan to confess his feelings towards a person he likes is to forcibly kiss the competition in some backward scheme that's gonna distract her from Blogger, as if that's gonna do something. Then he thankfully calls himself out for it, but doesn't reveal the whole truth then and there. Then he snoops through Blogger's trash to find a very personal and intimate note sent by Deviant Art not meant for his eyes, later telling Tumblr about this whole mess and exposing the letter to her as well. Mind you, this letter was meant for one person and one person only. And established in the beginning, Blogger actually has a crush on Tumblr to the dismay of Deviant Art. But then of all people to call, Tumblr calls Fanfiction to sort this out. The girl writes smut about her friends and is obsessed with shipping real people she knows. So Fanfic devises a plan to have YouTube meet Blogger at her gazebo to have a proper talk. Major issue though, Fanfic tricks Blogger into coming to her house under the false guise of them having a one-on-one conversation about YouTube, someone who he's having a lot of mixed feelings about since the letter, someone he probably doesn't want to talk to right now. YouTube shows up instead with this fuck-ass vest and confronts Blogger, catching him off guard and creating a lot of tension. Keep in mind again, Blogger had no idea this was happening and wasn't ready or prepared to talk about this with YouTube yet, probably feeling betrayed by Fanfic and scared of YouTube. He directly tells Blogger about the letter that he found in the trash, and his true feelings for him right then and there. Blogger has no idea what to make of this and starts crying into YouTube's arms. Blogger goes to Google for advice and thinks he himself is somehow at fault for just not being sure of what to say or do at the time. Also telling him that now that he's actually had the chance to collect his thoughts, he might actually like YouTube. So I guess somehow that worked in the end? I don't know, man, I didn't write this. All I can really say is poor Deviant Art.
Even though I hate YouTube for what he did to me, and how he swooped in on Blogger, the only guy I've ever liked, it's hard to be mad at the possibility of a yaoi like this.
Never mind. Speaking of romance, we also have Google and Yahoo.
I find it very hard to believe the famous Mr. Google is single.
Well, you should believe it.
What are you doing, Bing?
Trying to turn off Mr. Google's safe search.
Excuse me, but why would you...
Aha! Bing! Oh.
Oh,
hey guys. Sup?
very unprofessional, Mr. Google. To another year of success, Google.
And friendly competition, Yahoo.
The pizza sucks and there's no Wi-Fi. Happy heckin' New Year.
Google is actually much closer to Yahoo than I thought, seeming to be in the early stages of a relationship with her. Google himself is pretty accurate to what I thought he was. Mature, studious, and well put together compared to some other people. Yahoo's in a similar boat. Although she's much more kind and innocent than I initially thought, both of them seeming to be actual adults compared to everyone else who I think are teenagers. I'll talk about this more later. Also, I'm gonna mention this now, apparently the real-life rules of ownership apply to this comic too.
OMG, I'm adopt! Dad, you're so unfair.
That's illegal! I would know because I know everything! Meaning if Google owns both YouTube and Blogger in real life, according to this comic, YouTube and Blogger are adoptive siblings who are in love with each other, and ownership is symbolized through a leash. Hey, YouTube.
What, man?
I just bought you.
Bought me? What are you smoking? Is that a leash?
Hey, Tumblr? Finally, I've got you. No, please, no! Ah! Oh, well,
I'm
sorry, really. My deepest apologies. Do you need something? Are you okay with this? This situation. We can get rid of the collar. It was Mr. Google's idea. He says it works impeccably with YouTube. I'm sorry, did I say that already?
No biggie. I'm good.
Okay.
Also, Google specifically mentions praying to both Larry Page and Sergey Brin here, making them as gods? Does that mean the founders of a website would be the respective character's god in this universe? Maybe I'm looking into this a bit too hard. Anyway, both Google and Yahoo are somehow connected to Bing, not being the little cousin of Google like I thought, more like a pathetic, annoying coworker that they have to begrudgingly be around. Plus, Facebook is working with me now, so I'm pretty cool.
OMG, like, what the hell? Get off me, you weirdo.
But I need your help. We work together, remember? He reminds me of Gideon from Gravity Falls or Stewie from early Family Guy, a minor antagonist that nobody takes seriously, until they do. Then we have Facebook and Twitter, both of whom I think I got exactly right personality-wise, not attribute-wise.
Twitter. School starts, like, really soon.
Yeah, I know. Hashtag excited.
Well then, time to go restock.
On what?
Like, tissues, dummy.
Now, I initially predicted that Tumblr, DeviantArt, Fanfiction, and Twitter would all be close friends, and I got 3 out of 4 of that correct. Twitter's actually much closer with Facebook, as you saw in the comics. They talk one-on-one more compared to the others, and in this comic, they're both hanging out together. She's not actually much of a focal point as I thought she was going to be. As you might have noticed in the first comic, Facebook talks about school starting. This could mean college, but honestly, given how young Jamie was when they wrote this, I think this is more so high school. Speaking of Facebook, she has a little brother.
For some, like, reason, you guys keep asking about my little bro Instagram. He's a dork, and he's weird. Well, here he is.
Hi, nice to meet you all. I'm so excited to be here. Here, let me take a few pictures.
Kawaii. Hashtag cute.
I can't.
You know, for a photographer, this is an awful photo of me. What the hell, man?
Huh? Dude.
Yeah?
Why do you pop in every time I'm shirtless?
Oh my god, kid, it's not intentional. Get over yourself.
Isn't it though? I'm sensing a pattern.
Have you ever had the thought that maybe you're just shirtless too often? What? What?
When you showed up on my camera, I looked you up because I didn't know who you were.
Man, he is a dork. A fucking bow tie and suspenders? What is it, the fucking 1930s? Ugh, hipsters. But I find it very odd that MySpace kinda just hangs around Instagram and Facebook's house, assuming they live together, and pops up in the bathroom sometimes. Instagram's canonical age is 14, by the way, so you might want to back off MySpace. Actually, if my theory about Facebook killing off MySpace is true, it makes sense he would haunt the house that Facebook lives in, even if I was speaking in a metaphorical sense. Ooh, right on the fucking nose. And while I didn't have time to get that comic dubbed, my point still stands.
This your CD, new guy?
New guy? Bro, I was big when you were just an idea. But yeah, that's the mixtape I lift to.
Lift to? Shit, man. Now I've gotta hear this.
Gets me so pumped, dude.
Oh, shit.
I can't wake up!
I just paid off last time's incident.
MySpace himself also does seem pretty resentful of everyone else, like I mentioned. Actually, we might as well get some of the minor characters out of the way while we're here. First, Pandora. He's pretty much exactly who I thought he was gonna be, a chill guy who loves music. Second is Cleverbot, who's actually gender fluid. This makes sense because they have both a male and female form on the actual website.
Hello, I am Cleverbot.
Whoa, femme android. And she's cute. Nice to meet you.
What is your problem?
Sorry, dude?
Dude. Hello, I am Cleverbot.
Also, surprise character, Urban Dictionary.
No, let's not associate Urban Dictionary.
Said no one ever. Don't you see, Cleverbot? People use websites like us as time passes.
I'm sorry, Liam Neeson.
Nice try, Cupcake.
Thank you.
Who acts like a snarky jackass and for some reason has a rivalry with Wikipedia, although it seems kind of one-sided on Wikipedia's end. Wiki, hey buddy, pal, want to give me all you know about that geezer Google?
My apologies, Master Bing, but Mr. Google is a professional and respectable man. Not to mention a fantastic leader and rad friend. What gives you the impression that I would give a twerp like you, though on a man of knowledge?
Rad? Twerp? Yup, knew it. Urban Dictionary is rubbing off on you. I mean that figuratively. Mostly. Yeah, let's go with that.
I'm appalled. I did not do such things.
I may be young, but I know my stuff. Bing-o. I honestly thought it was going to be with Google, but turns out they actually respect each other.
I'll try to cover them all. My favorite guy is Mr. Google. Mrs. Yahoo's very kind as well. YouTube is a little reckless, but he's okay. Deviant Art is sweet, but she draws a lot of men on top of other men. I don't understand Tumblr, but if everyone likes her, so do I. Fanfiction scares me a little. Oh, and Blog is cool. He's pretty intelligent. Steam helped me with my modern gaming knowledge. Twitter and Facebook talk a lot, and especially about helpful info. Like, did you know that Niall is the hottest in One Direction? Who knew? Those two girls sure give me a lot of facts. Better add that to the page. 4chan is rude as hell, but we like to share our knowledge. Look, Bing? Who is that?
Finally, we have Pinterest, who does pretty much act like the mom of the group.
Blogger is a smart boy. He's just a little shocked now. He'll come around eventually. What matters is that you were honest with him.
All right, Pinterest. I need help with my prom dress. I'm thinking trash bags. The whole thing. That's it. Can you do that?
Please, that's child's play. Give me 2 hours.
2 hours later.
How?
Now let's return to Fanfiction, who I briefly touched upon during the YouTube X-Blogger saga.
Guess who?
She's a part of my literacy club. You guys are a lot alike.
Thick eyebrows, has the choice to wear contacts but prefers glasses, pigtails, knock-kneed, hipster haircut, half smile, oversized sweater, TARDIS slippers, slightly plump. I love her.
Maxie and Archie are so obviously head over heels in love.
Are we playing the same game? Those two interact maybe twice? They hate each other.
So, most canon ships start out as black rum.
Black what?
They just have so much tension, and they used to be on the same team.
That's not what it meant.
They could be dads together. Maxie is the stern one, and Archie is the fun one. They'll be rivals and lovers. The Bara and the nerd.
Fanfiction is someone who I think I got completely spot on personality-wise, but she's also kind of a shitty person like YouTube. Not only was tricking Blogger into meeting with YouTube a bad look, but doing it just so she could hang out with DeviantArt and Tumblr. I'm starting to realize they act exactly how teenagers would act in these situations. I gotta stop treating them like they're adults. Ironically, it seems like she doesn't have any romance with any other characters, besides maybe Steam, I think. I will say though, as I was reading for the first time, I was just thinking, yes, that's exactly what she would say. Steam is another character that I got completely right, although I don't think he has rich parents necessarily.
Hashtag Kardashians. Hashtag season premiere party. Yes.
I heard Kendall has like a huge mental breakdown this season. LOL.
You ready for 48 hours of gaming, my brother?
Hell yeah, as long as you're ready to get wrecked!
That's 27 very long chapters of carefully typed writing. Save it like you would save a baby falling.
No pressure or anything.
He's good friends with YouTube, which makes a lot of sense. They have a very strong symbiotic relationship with gaming videos on YouTube. Finally, we have DeviantArt, Tumblr, and 4chan, who also have a messy romance thing.
Do you think back to when we were younger, awkward websites?
How young?
Like middle school.
Oh God, I prefer to not. Our hair and fashion sense.
I think I still own Crocs. Our Hitalia shrine. We genuinely enjoyed iCarly. Hey, wait. I still have that shrine.
I barely knew what yaoi was.
Hey, do you mind if I sit here with you?
Oh, sure. I like your Pikachu backpack.
Thanks. You play Pokemon? You must be cool. I'm Tumblr.
Deviant Art. You're kawaii, Tumblr. You're kawaii, Tumblr? Ugh, why did I even say things out loud?
If it helps at all, I thought it was clever at the time.
It was cool when you guys made out that one time.
Oh, shut up, YouTube. It was her birthday.
We were curious.
And it was just a peck.
Happy birthday, best friend.
The necklace is really cute. Thank you.
Imagine if I looked like you.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
I mean, if I went by my anonymous identity.
Why are we dating? I hate you, my face when.
Stop. You don't have a face when you're anon like this.
What's your point?
My point is, imagine how things would be if I decided to be like you, anonymous faced. Tumblr tan.
I didn't know what to expect, but I'm slightly aroused. Hey, babe.
Yeah?
What's with the marker?
Oh, this? Yeah. I thought we could have some fun.
Oh, okay. You're into some weird stuff. But if that's what you want to do, then... I hate you.
Love you too, hun.
Oh my god, bro.
Go to hell.
And you think you can just break into my room and mess up my stuff?
Is acting like a whiny bitch when you were the one who threatened me?
It was a joke.
So is this.
Defacing my place and violating me? That's a joke? Why? Why do you do this?
I did it because of the reaction I'm getting right now. Is Tumblr, preaches everything, can't accept anyone else's opinion, blows everything out of proportion, won't get off soapbox, got what you deserve.
I didn't deserve anything.
Tumblr tan.
Should we do something?
No,
Do they always fight like this?
they fight, but not like this.
So, why are they dating?
We think it's for ironic purposes.
DeviantArt mingles romantically with a lot of people. As I mentioned before, she's in love with Blogger, but has also kissed YouTube, as well as Tumblr when they were younger. But they're also seen dating and or hooking up in present times. And it looks like she's also got a thing with Wikipedia too. Hey, I'm not judging. Also, 4chan and Tumblr are dating. I mean, it's not going very well, but I didn't think they'd even go near each other. This was actually a pretty popular ship in general called 4Tumblr back in the day. 4chan is actually a lot more tame than the actual website, which I understand for the sake of the audience. But yeah, he does act pretty similar to how I described. And last but not least, we have Tumblr, who judging by her many appearances throughout the comic and her character being the face of the blog, we can assume is the actual main character, not YouTube.
Listen, guys, in case things go really south with Miss Yahoo, regroup with these three. Club Penguin, Neopets, and Webkins, okay?
She's the exact type of quirky millennial I was thinking she was, and this whole series essentially confirmed that. There's many other comics that I didn't necessarily dub for this video, mainly because they weren't relevant to the character analysis. So if you're interested in some sketches, extra comics, fan art, and more, you should check out the official Tumblr blog that I'm gonna link in the description. Also, to go back to the age thing one more time, I think Google, Yahoo, Pinterest, Wiki, Urban Dictionary, MySpace, and Bing are all adults, while everyone else is a teenager. Overall rating for the whole series? Probably a 5.5 or 6 if I'm being honest. A lot of the dialogue is very dated and you can definitely tell that a teenager wrote it. The main story, if you could even call it that, is really melodramatic and reads like a soap opera. Some of the characters personality-wise kind of blend together, like Tumblr, Fanfiction, and Twitter. The only thing really saving it is the fact that the art is actually very well drawn and I like a lot of the character designs. After 3 years of comics spanning from the summer of 2012 to the spring of 2015, it was announced on May 17th that the Interwebs Series would be taking an extended hiatus mostly because of burnout. However, this pause didn't last a few weeks or a few months, it lasted a full 2 years. Until an update video on May 5th, 2017. The Interwebs Series was officially over, and as explained by Jamie themselves, here's what happened.
I think some friends of mine were like, you should turn this into something real. Granted, I'm like 12 or 13 at this point, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll turn this into something real. And so I did. I made it into a webcomic on Tumblr called the Interwebs Series. And this featured a bunch of websites as humans, just interacting and doing their thing. And it was bad. At the time, I thought it was okay. You know, I was worried that I would have some copyright issues and that sort of thing. While some of the fandom was very sweet and nice, and you know, we had like cosplay meetups, it was great. I loved that. 90% of the fandom was telling me, this is what you should do. This is how you should make the comic better. I'm like a 13-year-old, 14-year-old at this point, and I was like sick of hearing that. After 2 years of running the comic, I decided I would make a post that said I was taking a little bit of a hiatus and that I would be back. I never came back. That's not a decision that I regret. At one point, I think I was like, maybe I should bring it back. Maybe I should redesign the characters. Because for those of you who don't know, there is no racial diversity. There is no body type diversity. There is no gender diversity. That's called bad writing. And so it was shit. It was just a little bit corny, I would say. It was a little bit cringy, a little bit corny. And I am so thankful to the really kind fans who loved it. That made me like want to keep doing things on the internet and like want to keep growing and drawing and stuff. It was partly my decision and partly the people who were telling me how to run my own comic. That's the reason why it's over.
So it looks like it was a mix of burnout, potential copyright issues, people telling them what to do with their own comic, generally bad writing, and uninteresting character designs. All of which are actually really valid criticisms and self-reflections which I wholeheartedly agree with. Another issue that wasn't touched upon is the fact that as time goes on, things change. And things changed a lot from 2012 to now. Even if they kept going, the original concepts and personalities behind these characters would have to slowly morph to fit the different eras a platform might have gone through. YouTube, for example, would go from epic viral videos with a camcorder to the Let's Play gamer, to the prankster, to the Daily Slop commentator, etc, etc. Writing-wise, this would be a mess to configure because it all happens so quickly, and potentially ruins any future plot points and arcs that might have been created. I guess you could just ignore the changes. But then any new viewers are going to be confused as to why Facebook is a Valley Girl instead of a conspiracy theorist boomer with an IQ of 75. There's just so many issues with the logistics of making this that I'm actually surprised it held its own for so long. The fanbase for this was enormous too, especially for a webcomic. There were multiple meetups at conventions where a lot of fans did very impressive looking cosplay of the characters, not to mention all the fan art and attention probably taking a bit of a mental toll on Jamie. And from then on, the series was kinda lost to time, a byproduct of early 2010s optimism that would occasionally be remembered by former fans. Until this video right here. Jamie Lovepie 1997 Green has since rebranded to Jamie Green Illustration, and is a professional artist, illustrator, and designer working on a multitude of projects ever since discontinuing the Interwebs series, improving so much since then. Seriously, this is some really good stuff, and I recommend you all give it a look once you finish the video. If you're watching this, Jamie, let me just apologize for giving you flashbacks to this comic that you made as a teenager, which you probably buried deep within your subconscious. Sorry.